You're listening to News Talk 1340 WJRW. John Gonzalez, MLive.com, the Grand Rapids Press, and the Going Gonzo radio show weekdays at 1 o'clock. And having a great time here today. Everyone's busy getting back to work after their lunch hour. And thanks to all the guests that have been stopping by to kind of tell us what's happening here in the Chelsea area. And joining me is Maia Turek from the Department of Natural Resources. And Maia, you guys have been busy all day.
Oh, it has been a fantastic day of volunteering and getting stuff done. It's awesome.
Well, I know that here we're at Mill Lake, right?
Yes.
And can you give me just a quick? I know we've talked to some of the others about this area, but from the DNR perspective, this is a place that just hasn't been touched, I would think, like in the last 10 years, right?
Absolutely, yes. Mill Lake actually was an outdoor center built in the WPA era back in the 1930s. It was a wonderful facility designed originally to house urban youth as a way to reconnect them with nature, which is funny because that's one of our goals even still today in the DNR.
Yeah.
It's like it's an ongoing challenge to encourage kids to get outside and really see how amazing their natural world actually is.
In Michigan.
In Michigan. I know.
That's funny because you're right. I mean, even though we have this great state and all this natural beauty, a lot of us are still stuck behind their computers and their phones.
I know. Actually, that's why today is such a great day because it's reconnecting adults to nature too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great opportunity to say, you know what, we get to promote all of the great outdoor resources in Michigan, and now we actually get to help preserve them, which is awesome.
Well, here at Mill Lake, I see so many people working. There are probably 100-plus volunteers here today, and you're going to get a lot of work done. I think Paul was just telling me that this just one day alone will, probably take as much time as it would take the DNR a few weeks to do, right?
Absolutely, yes. I would say when we're looking at how many hours these volunteers are putting in and their enthusiasm and excitement, I'd say we're probably getting a month's worth of work done right now today.
Just today, getting all that work done.
Yeah.
And this is the first of many efforts, right?
Yes, absolutely. This is actually the first one of the Michigan Cares for Tourism model. We're hoping to do at least one a year and move it all around the state of Michigan. And it's been great so far.
That's really cool. Well, we appreciate you joining us today because I've always wanted to talk to someone from the DNR. And you're always so official, right? But what are the challenges of the DNR to keep these facilities like this up to date and just ready for customers, for guests?
Yeah. Well, one of the lesser known facts about state parks is that we actually lost our general tax funding back in 2004. So we are completely self-sufficient.
Wow.
So when people buy their rec passport or when they go camping, those monies collected help keep facilities like this going. But with 101 state parks right now and all of the natural resources that we are here to preserve and protect and promote, it becomes daunting. In fact, we're facing a $350 million infrastructure deficit statewide.
Wow.
And that's before you include all of our pathway maintenance and trail signing that we need to do all around the state. So we're up against a huge, huge deficit. But it's amazing how just a small group of 100 people like this, I mean, again, that just saved us a month's worth of work. So it's a lot of money that we're able to save, and just by saying we need help, and people have answered the call, which is just awesome.
Well, I love your enthusiasm. I love to. What's your background? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
I lived here my entire life except for 4 years when I went to college out of state, and I just had to get home.
Yeah.
And so now I'm back, and I love it. And so.
How did you end up at the DNR?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny. I worked in marketing actually my entire life, and I just loved after work. I was always doing the same thing. I was hiking on our trails. I was kayaking our lakes. I was just always wanting to be outside. And so when I saw this position available, I just thought, oh my gosh, it's the best job in Michigan. I get to help promote and let people know and give them reasons to come out and enjoy all of Michigan's parks and harbors, and it's the best job ever. I often say it. I can't believe they pay me to do this.
Well, it's funny that you say parks and harbors because you forget sometimes the harbors are also these gems around the state.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's so many of them, right?
Yeah, we actually, Michigan is one of the states that has the most number of harbors, and one of the best things about Michigan is, of course, we have all of those miles of coastline, over 3,000 miles of coastline. So there's a wonderful opportunity to try a new kind of tourism. Maybe you're going to go out on the Great Lakes, or maybe even if you look at boating access sites inside. We have over 1,100 boating access sites on inland lakes that the DNR helps preserve, protect, and promote.
So when I go to get my license renewed and they ask me if I want to buy a park pass, right?
Yeah.
I just do it. Even if I don't go, I still do it. Right? Still help anyway, right?
I for $11, you just can't beat it. And then you have access to all of this.
I know.
Why would anybody have to pay for a date again? Forget it.
Forget it, exactly. Can you get back to the harbor thing real quick? Harbor thing. What's the definition of a harbor? Because I've always wondered about that. Because you have the lake, obviously, and then the harbor is just kind of the inland, or what's the definition? Do you know exactly?
It's interesting. We have a program called the Harbors of Refuge, which means that I think it's every 30 or 50 miles along the Great Lakes. If there is a storm that brews, you have a safe port that you can find harborage in.
I see.
So what that might include some seasonal slips. So for people who are boaters and they want to keep a boat out on the Great Lakes for the entire summer, they can do that. But it's also it's just a place where you could come in out of the storm and moor. So it's a safe place off the Great Lakes, and actually it's amazing. They become wonderful social destinations for people too.
People just hang out there, right?
Oh yeah, there's always fun events going on. Like Talk Like a Pirate Day just happened. Oh my gosh, you should have seen the awesome way that people decorate their boats.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Right. Wow, that's just now. Where can people get information? I mean, they just go to the website or what?
Yeah, I usually tell people just go to michigan.gov/state parks. There's all kinds of information on all of the statewide campaigns. We have so many ways for people to get outside, like our Rec 101 program.
Really?
Oh, you have to try it. And if you haven't, I personally invite you.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
Everything from archery to windsurfing. We provide the gear, we provide expert instruction, and we don't charge anybody a dime.
Wow.
We have over 500 opportunities for people to try that out. And we do it on water, we do it on land. So there's all kinds of different things. And all you have to do is just go to michigan.gov/state parks.
And all the information's there about, and these programs are free or for a low cost?
They're free.
They're all free.
All programs, the Rec 101 program, completely free. So as long as you have that $11 recreation passport,
yes, I do.
You could learn more than 50 different types of recreation and never be charged for it.
I got mine at the Quammon Falls State Park. Yeah, that was fun. They said, you have to pay to get in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a state park.
It's a state park.
And they said you could have the benefits of using this year-round. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it.
And when you check yes at the Secretary of State when you renew your place, there are over 1,100 businesses in Michigan who want to say thank you for doing that. So if you show your registration, it says Recreation Passport right there on it. They'll give you a discount or a freebie. Right by my house, I get a free donut anytime I want to show my Rec Passport. Now, granted, if I'm going to have that donut, I'm going to need to go and take a fresh air fit class and, do some Zumba or Tai Chi on the beach, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, Maya, though, next year there's rumors of me doing Michigan's best donut, so
really?
I might have to take you along on the trip.
Well, I got a free one for you then.
Okay, I already get the free one. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations. All this enthusiasm and the effort here being done today. I see people working already. They're back at it already. They don't need a lunch break. They're back at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was in, out, and we are back to work.
All right. Maya, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, coming up next, we have local headlines from the WJRW News team. We'll also have ABC News at the top of the hour, and then more. You know what? That's the Mike Huckabee Show. That's right, Mike Huckabee here on News Talk 1340 WJRW.